Oh yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Tonight, joined with,
Matt Thomas, the Rambo Manian from Studio Red Band. Glad to be here.
and we're doing a little bit different tonight, and you'll be able to see us both actually. So we're gonna, yeah, we've run a couple of tests here, and now we finally have it figured out, and it's working. So we're just talking about and covering different things tonight, topics. I know the big thing is, well, first of all, what's up with you? I mean, what's been going on? I know we haven't really talked as much, but I mean, in a minute, but to sort of catch up for people out there. And
Um, I was abducted by Ted Sutton and the Blue People for a couple of weeks. Not much. Just getting used to some new stuff. Hanging out. Um, Working on different things. Uh, Trying my hand at more virtual stuff lately.
okay, so that's cool.
Yeah. Not much, not much. Trying to evade the postings of the Snyder Cut that we
Yeah,
are so. Today's the day, right?
everybody's blowing their wad over the Snyder Cut.
Yeah, I've heard mixed reviews all day.
That's what I've been hearing. I mean, and we'll talk about that definitely. Well, you know what? Since we're already talking about it, that was actually the first thing I wrote down here. And there's other topics, of course, but uh, the Snyder Cut. It's tonight. Is it a two night event, or is it all in one go?
I hope it's a one go, so you only have to go through that once.
Yeah. This 4 hour extravaganza. And I know people are going to get upset. I know fans look forward to it, but I mean, looking back at what Zack Snyder, personally, I know what happened with the guy. I feel for him there, but as a director, I'm just not a fan. I mean, I don't know what your feelings are on Zack Snyder. I know we've talked about him before in the past, but up to this point, what do you feel about everything?
I always find with him, aside from this whole thing, I always find with him, it's for me, it's always hit or miss. Like Dawn of the Dead, it's like I want to like that movie, but I don't really like that movie. But all my friends love that movie. I don't see it. Like it's okay, it's for once or twice watch whatever, but I don't feel that passionately about it. But something like Watchmen, I fucking love Watchmen. Like Watchmen was amazing. So to me anyway. So it's weird like that. Or Sucker Punch. Nobody likes Sucker Punch, but I liked it. Um, well, when you get into DC, I don't know. There's just something about it that doesn't. I don't know. It just doesn't feel right to me. Like Man of Steel. Did he do Man of Steel?
Yeah.
Yeah. I just couldn't. It was just so many things that I felt like that one too. I really wanted to like it. Even though I knew from the second I saw their choice, like I was like disappointed. I think the first time I saw a picture of him was like when he's in front of the vault.
Yeah. That was the first
Superman
image I
in
saw.
front of the vault. Yeah, and I was like, I don't know about this.
You're already getting bad vibes.
Yeah, and then when I saw the movie, I was like, that's not my Kal-El. So I don't know,
But
but
Henry,
I think.
oh,
Sorry.
Henry Cavill as Superman. I mean, what did you feel?
It's kind of, I don't want to say wooden, but it was kind of like there's a certain thing with Superman that you got to get right, and I feel like they almost got it, but they didn't seal the deal, and they didn't seal the deal long enough. Like with Superman, you're used to that character being tortured and tested on an emotional level far beyond anything before he even gets into a situation that's Armageddonish, right? So you have that feeling like you're gonna be safe along for the ride, and I didn't feel like that with any of the recent movies. Like it's weird. It's like this certain thing. It's like a vulnerability kind of thing.
Mhm.
Like Tom Welling does it really good, where you actually feel sorry for Tom Welling. Like Tom Welling makes you feel like he really is the last of his kind. Or like Brandon Routh, he was really good. Even Christopher Reeve had that. Like Christopher Reeve was more like superheroic, but
Red, white, and blue.
when, yeah, when you looked into his eyes, you could kind of feel that he was tormented, you know. And I don't feel like they try to do it with Man of Steel, but they spend so much fucking time on Krypton that they could have used all that time to make it so great. Like if they were gonna do that much of Krypton, why don't just make a fucking Superman prequel? Like why do you need, you know, like it took all the time that we needed to get used to Diane Lane and Kevin Costner and you know Clark Kent, but they kind of just wasted that on. I guess you know they had to make Zod toys, right? So they needed some kind of and Russell Crowe toys, right? So they needed to do that.
Did they make any toys like for Kevin Costner's Talk to the Hand? I wonder if they had an action figure. Like,
It's like a tornado
don't
on,
you
on, the
like?
action, on the action figure box. It's like a tornado in the background. He's just
This action figure where you can't move his arm. He's just like this.
yeah,
Talk to the hand, Clark.
and like the hand comes out of the plastic, right? So you can touch hands with him, and then it says something to you like, "Don't be a hero." Hi.
But yeah, I mean, I saw Man of Steel and just was not a fan. I was not a fan of Zack Snyder's direction and what he did with the character. I know people have when you talk about DC and fans love the more darker, more grim, realistic Superman, but I'm sorry, that's not Superman to me. When you can make Chris Evans like what he does with Captain America, how he plays that character, that to me that should be Superman. I know that Matt, he's Rambraff, he's mentioned that before. Like to me, that's an example where Chris Evans does a great job. I'm like, hey, that's how you do it. That's
What's
how.
weird about? Oh, sorry.
Oh no, but go ahead. I mean, I was just trying to.
Yeah, that's an awesome point. That's a very awesome point. What's cool about Chris Evans too is, like, I wasn't, I wasn't looking forward to that at all. Like, I thought I was gonna hate that,
Mhm.
and then I saw it in the theater, and like I was still skeptical. Like after I left the theater, I was still like, I don't know if I get this. But then when I was watching more stuff in context, how they use him, then I was like, wow, they really opened him up, especially with Captain America: Winter Soldier.
I really enjoyed
Like,
that.
yeah, they really like perfected him in that. Like, that's probably still my favorite, probably my favorite Marvel movie next to Blade.
hmm
Yeah.
That's a great movie, but and then too, like you go from Man of Steel to what Batman versus Superman, and okay, you bring Ben Affleck in, which he's good. He's the only good aspect of that movie and Justice League, even though uh, he's not given much to do and he's not given a lot to work with because he's outweighed by all this bad, bad writing, uh, bad casting, and Ezra Miller as the Flash, and but Man of Steel. I mean, it's like they wanted to sort of build all these films, and they're doing it backwards. They're
Yeah,
going
they
off.
want to do the Marvel thing, but they don't want to put in 10 years to do it. They want to do it from film to film.
Yeah,
It doesn't work. That will never work. You know what they should have did? Was everybody knows all the origin stories anyway. They should have just started it right in with everybody. The first movie should have been everybody in. Like the whole DC universe. Just go for it. And just make movies based around the DC universe instead of doing all these side movies and wasting 20 million here and you know that way at least everyone's on the same page the whole time.
yeah, and then like Man of Steel wasn't like a film that was widely received. I mean, I could, if I'm wrong, correct me, but you're building off of the, you're you're building on the foundation of this Man of Steel, and that is sitting on toothpicks. I mean,
Yeah.
and again, it
Plus,
wasn't.
right after you say that all that work they did to realize Nolan and all that fucking work he did, and then they turn around and say, "No, we're just gonna start over. Fuck you." You know, like, is that not a big kick in the teeth? Like, oh,
Yeah, I wonder. I mean, do even Nolan fans like Man of Steel? I wonder now. Because okay, if you can't just say, "Oh, well, it's dark," but do you like it? I mean, besides the fact that it's dark, give me some other
that,
reasons.
that's what Rambo Raff was saying, right? That didn't have to, like, when you have a character that's not dark, it shouldn't be dark. Like Captain America, he's not a dark. He's had dark moments, but he's not a dark character, and
Yeah,
that's why I think he works so well because they they use that. Like Superman, it should have been more of like a light based movie, not like this dark violent thing. It should have been something of hope. Like all those guys in the past, like Dean Cain, all those guys. You believed in the hope, and that's what made the counterbalance of the verse is so great. And now it's just, it has to be like the Dark Knight, or it has to be like this, or it has to be really dark. Like, now they're trying to bring back Michael Keaton, right? So they're gonna, like, it's not gonna be dark enough.
yeah. Now we have to open up the multiverse,
Yeah,
and
the age, like the Dark Ages or something, because we can't be as dark as the '80s no matter what we do, and it's just horrible,
well,
horrible.
I was getting ready to say something, but
Sorry,
there's not no. It's nothing wrong with being dark. It's a matter of balance. Like
that's it.
Superman. I'm sorry. This is the Superman where he's in a court hearing or whatever, and the building blows up, and he's just standing there looking, very grim and uh, like he's defeated. I'm like, Superman. You're Superman. You're supposed to save people. If you can't save everyone, try. And you're just going
Yeah,
to sit there with your arms crossed, with the fire and the blazing fire going, all around you. All these people are dead, and they're probably, or dying, being burned alive. To me, that's just one element of that movie that I'm not a fan of. If people, I'm sorry, and action scenes that take place in what, IHOP or Waffle House or I forgot, the bag product placements, and Zod looked like marble mouth, and
it's so true because, okay, like I know Zack Snyder said, okay, or whoever it was who wrote it said going in, oh, our Superman's not going to be like any other Superman. We're going to give him little faults so that so that he could be compromised, right? Which, who cares? Because if you have a great villain, you'll be able to compromise them. Like, I don't know if anybody out there read Bryan Singer's Superman Returns 2 treatment, but that was probably the best Superman movie ever, and they didn't fucking make it, and I'm super pissed about that. But like,
what was of that treatment? If you don't mind me asking for a second.
well, I'll come back to that.
Okay.
But oh no, now I forgot where I was going.
You're talking about the
Yeah, he said Superman was gonna be compromised, right? Like he was gonna he was gonna be strong but not that strong, fast but not that fast, this but not like any Joe Schmo could have a chance with Superman. So I guess so that Batman could have a chance fighting Superman, but you still expect me to believe that he's been on Earth for 30 years and his reflexes aren't good enough to get out of that situation? Like in almost every other, like you watch Smallville and like literally he would have heard the mechanism go off for the thing to explode, and before it would explode, he would have been able to clear the room or get the bomb out of there. Everything would have went into fucking Matrix bullet time, and that would have been it. There would be no problem. Everybody would just hear a big boom from up in the sky. That would be it. And he couldn't do that. He let Grandma's peach tea.
That's a plot point. Think about that. Think about that.
Oh,
Fucking a jar of piss. Peach tea is a plot point in a Superman. And then Jesse Eisenberg as Luther popping Jolly Ranchers and saying ding ding ding. At the end, I'm like, okay, or was it? No, see, I'm getting my movies mixed up. This is how bad those movies are. I'm talking about Man of Steel, and I'm already jumping to Batman versus Superman.
I don't know if I'm allowed to put that on camera.
Oh, no, you're good.
So there.
No, but hey, if Man of Steel can do it, we can do it. So, a little product placement. I'm drinking vanilla, Coke Zero, and by the way, yeah, we got the same cups. So we got these solo
This is in
cups.
English, and mine's in French. Yeah.
But I did not see Solo in the theater. I want to make that. I'm going to set the record straight. I think my dad did or something like this, and I stole the cup. So that's how I have it in my possession.
Yeah, I went to see some other horrible movie that I can't remember.
But yeah, Man of Steel. But Batman versus Superman.
Oh,
Take it
I had
away.
to see that thing a couple of times. I had to see it in a theater, I think, once or twice, and then at the drive-in because my wife wanted to go see something else and was playing with it. Oh, she wanted to go see Star Wars? 7? Was it 7? I think it's 7. The one before Rogue One, I think.
Force Awakens? No. Was
Yeah,
that?
I think it was that one. The one in the forest where they're having in the wintry forest. I remember because it was snowing that night. So I was standing outside having a cigarette in the snow watching them fight in the snow at the drive-in. It's pretty cool. But that movie too I got sucked into a couple times. And then my friend wanted to watch it again. And then he wanted to watch when they had that special cut that came out. And I was like, oh, god damn. And you know what? You know what the best part is? Out of all of those movies, I still don't remember anything from them.
Well, because you choose not to remember, or were you?
I don't know. They just don't last. Even the last one, I saw the last one like twice. There's no way I'm sitting through it again. I don't care. I don't care what anybody offers me. Not this time. Not this time. And I'm definitely not paying for it.
But yeah, I saw it. Believe it or not, I do have it because I found it for very cheap on Black Friday. But the last time I saw Batman vs Superman was, I think it was in the theater when it came out, and yeah, it's just, again, they really jumped the gun by bringing in Batman. Okay, Ben Affleck again. He's the good part. He's the only good part in those movies. He's not given a lot to work with. With the bad writing and the bad supporting cast, and it's like you feel for Ben Affleck, and definitely, what you would hear about Justice League and what happened there. Like, Ben Affleck was going to make his own Batman film, direct and write, and we could have had that, and I don't know why. And
Now they're doing. They're saying they're gonna do it, but they're not gonna franchise it now because of the fight, or either one of them can't work on the next one or some stupid shit like that, or like either the director or the Batman Twilight guy has to go, or whatever the fuck it is.
well, now you got the Flash movie, right? The Flash solo movie's being made, and you have Michael Keaton come in and Ben Affleck.
Why did they give him a Flash movie?
Ezra Miller.
Like, yeah, we can have the fucking choke slam the teenage girl in the middle of the street during the day,
Oh yeah,
but we can't have fucking Bugs Bunny's girlfriend in fucking Space Jam.
yeah, Ezra Miller.
Get me started on that.
For everybody who remembers that video when Ezra Miller, I don't know if he was intoxicated or if they were both intoxicated, but yeah, maybe some people out there remember that video.
Man, God.
But
Oh, it's missing its fucking wet ass pussy playing in the background. That's
what's your
it's your Grammy hit of the year, fucking The Flash and Cardi B.
fuck Cardi B? Ugh.
Ted Sutton.
But what's your? So I mean, you say you can't remember Batman versus Superman. Is there certain things that you can't stand, or? I mean,
I don't
like,
know. It's just it doesn't retain. Like it doesn't. Like I already know I'm not fully invested in it, so it doesn't retain. It sucks because I really like Ben Affleck, and I actually watched a great movie with him the other day that I've been meaning to watch forever, and I finally just watched. Argo.
okay, I got that
Amazing,
movie.
amazing movie. Amazing movie. Really great. Um, but yeah, I don't know what it is. It just doesn't. It doesn't register, or like I guess it's kind of like I see the corporate thing behind like the money, 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 money. We have to. Now it's like not even rehashing ideas anymore. Now you have to make 20 different versions of the same fucking movie. And it would be cool if it was like 20 versions on the same disc, right? But you gotta buy 20 different versions, and you gotta go see 20 different versions in the theater. Now you gotta get a streaming service to watch 4 hours that you'll never get back.
Yeah. Oh, there's just a little few sprinkles of CGI and additional footage that was cut. But yeah, even the supporting cast, I mean, you had. Or we can go ahead to Justice League. We'll talk about that. I mean,
The supporting cast was Henry Cavill's CGI note, wasn't
yeah,
it?
Justice League is CGI hair lip and the invisible stash.
That was the best character in the movie. Was
Yeah,
the
he stole the
was the
show.
yeah, the invisible stash.
Apparently, that
That
is.
should that should be their next fucking movie, the invisible stash.
Yeah, that was. That was. You can say it's worse than Kryptonite for Superman. Good God.
Damn, man. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just fed up. I'm fed up with these. I'm fed
Uh,
up with this thing.
okay, well, we'll talk about Justice League for a second, and then we'll cap it off with the Snyder Cut. What you think about Justice League?
Same kind of thing. Like I watched it with my wife, and I was just like, oh. I was like, man, now I know why she hates this shit.
All right, all right. Here's a question: where do you feel they dropped the ball?
I don't. I just really think they should have. They should have just. If they knew that they were going to go this way, why didn't they just go this way to begin with? Like, why didn't they just throw everything in? Like, it makes more sense if you're gonna unwrap a universe around it anyway, right? You're gonna have TV shows and this and that and this and that. Why not just use everybody? Kids like everybody. They don't just like one. Even if they like one person, they
Mhm.
still want everybody in there. And like, I'd rather have a movie where everyone's in it and everybody gets the same amount of time than focus on one. And that way, if one is horrible, you know, you lost out on that movie. But if only one of them is horrible in 20, at least the other ones make up for it.
Hmm. And I know, the excuse is going to be from fans. Well, we don't want to be like Marvel, so we want to try to get it out fast, and really, uh, again, just get it out there and not really build up, not really take the time to, have every person has their own individual film. Let's just get it out there, and okay, Man of Steel, the foundation's shaky. It's not really doesn't have great legs to stand on, but we're gonna do it anyway. And because it's the opposite of Marvel, that's all it is, and that's the excuse. Uh, that's just one excuse. There's many more reasons out there, but I think that's one that fans say, "Well, we just want to be. It's not Marvel. We don't want to be Marvel. We don't. We just want to see it, buy the ticket, get in line, buy the ticket, see the movie. Because it's a marquee. It's a big, Justice League."
I say to these people, stop cheating yourself. These people don't care about us. They're just going to force feed us the same old shit over and over and over. So you might as well, if you got to pay that money, you might as well get something for your money. Like, oh, there's nothing I hate more when I have to pay to go see a movie or pay for two or three people to go see a movie and then the movie fucking sucks.
But then, like, then the Snyder Cut comes along. Oh, well, before that, people were like, "Oh, we want a director's vision," and then things started moving along with the Snyder Cut, and then it gets made, and now it's this 4 hour extravaganza.
You
Uh,
know what? You know what? No, remember the old days when directors would write their own books, like Quentin Tarantino, how like he'll write a screenplay, but the screenplays are written like books, or like Stallone, like when he did Rocky 2, he wrote Rocky 2 at the same time, so you get like a prequel element, a little bit of a past, present, future Rocky with Rocky, so like kind of like the novelization idea. Why didn't Snyder just do something like that? Because like to the fan reading that in their head, it makes more sense to see what they want to see rather than going to watch a movie. If you like, especially like this, like I find when fucking those last 3 movies, it's just been rehashing the same thing through like multiple cuts, and I don't know. Maybe because I like to read a lot now that I think that way. But I find I have a way better time relating to things on the page rather than going to see them now. Except for Marvel. Marvel's doing a pretty good job.
yeah, I mean, but what you're saying right there, like you get more out of books than you do movies. I mean,
Yeah.
look at the movie. It's really hard to say because movie theaters have been closed. I wonder if the Snyder Cut, if they were planning to release it theatrically, if it weren't for all the COVID stuff.
Oh, for sure. For sure. It probably would have had like an overture and a intermission and have to pay to see both halves.
Yeah, if you'd be like after the first 2 hours, everybody was given like Kleenexes to clean themselves up. I'm sorry, I'm joking,
Yeah.
people. I'm joking. Hey, look, I gotta have a little fun, but no, I mean, look, if people look forward to it, I'm not gonna take anything away from your excitement,
Yeah.
or I'm not here to judge you. I'm just sort of being tongue in cheek here.
Like I'm from a different generation. Like I'm old, right? So I'm from I'm from like, very earliest, like the last part of Christopher Reeves, more into like the Jurgens breeding comic book era, Lois and Clark, then everything after, right? So I don't know. Like when I saw that first one, I knew I probably wouldn't like the other ones, which is kind of sad because
They set the stage, right? The Man of Steel. They
yeah,
really set the stage.
like, isn't Watchmen is DC, isn't it? I think so. Let me check.
Dark.
Let me check.
Oh, go ahead. Do you
Let me
think?
check. Watchmen. Is it DC Comics? Yeah, it's DC Comics.
Yeah.
So, like, I should have known that because Owlman. I just saw this thing the other day where Owlman saves Bruce Wayne's parents in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't notice that like the first 5 times I watched it.
I haven't seen Watchmen in a while. I think I do have it, but I just haven't. Really, the last time I saw it was in a theater.
Mm-hmm.
So that
Oh
was
yeah.
oh nine. But
I watch it on. I should try watching it on Oculus.
but even Watchmen, like Watchmen's a better movie than Man of Steel.
Yeah, like I know tons of people who hate Watchmen, but I love that one. So I guess for me, it's just like I was saying before, Zack Snyder for me has always been kind of hit and miss. Like it's some of them I like and some of them I don't like. But I don't like if people like it, man. I don't, it's especially like the younger people. It's their generation now, so this is what they know.
Well, I know, and then another thing that people say is that okay, Zack Snyder, he brings his own edge.
Mm-hmm.
What do you say to that? Like, I mean,
Works sometimes.
he's very edgy. That's the term.
I think it works with Watchmen because the studio expected it to be that kind of dark, and I don't mean like dark like Tim Burton dark. I mean dark like all the Rorschach stuff was very dark, and like the comedian stuff was very dark. It was that kind of dark. So I think it was just one of those things that kind of catapulted. Like the studio said, okay, well, it's going to be dark with that anyway. What do we have to lose or whatever? I'm not sure what they had around that time that was out. probably Batman at that time, right?
Oh,
But
nine?
yeah, that was
Dark Knight, maybe?
yeah.
A year before? Yeah.
So maybe it was just one of those things where they were lenient to it, so the movie portrayed it that way, and then people just it was like a not like a gimmick, but like just something that was kind of expected that DC would the later comics would be dark like that.
Hmm.
But I think with Watchmen more it was like the not that it was like the alternate universe, but I just think it was more of like a property where it was just trying to do its own thing, and that's why it was dark like that. Um, but that's why I like that. Like I like that one because it's different. It's really different.
Yeah, I need to go
It's
back
not,
and rewatch.
yeah, it's not like the run of the mill. You know, I kind of upset they never went back and did all the other stories.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I haven't seen it in a while, so I need a refresh on that one.
How about instead of giving us the Snyder Cut,
Yeah.
make a Watchmen sequel?
But they did like a TV series, right, for HBO or some Showtime or something like that. Like Don Johnson was in it, or
Really?
some other people. Yeah, look it up. Watchmen. It was a Watchmen limited series or something. But you
Don
know,
Johnson.
going back to the Justice League for a second. I mean, I never wanted a 4 hour director's cut. I mean, and the thing is too, I have to bring up that people out there were burning their DVDs of Justice League, in demand of the Snyder Cut. I'm like, this is how far we're going for Zack Snyder for a director's vision version of Justice League, which to me is a mediocre film, and you're holding out for a 4 hour long extravaganza, which maybe is slightly better, a fingernail better, like that much. You see that? That's not much of a fingernail. Well, that's the Snyder Cut. And I don't know. I haven't seen the film. That I'm not being fair, but it's just really what are you expecting? It's just going to be a little bit more CG fluff, a little additional scenes that you know is really doesn't really bring nothing to the film.
And like I know it's gonna sound bad, but um, why burn your bras over that, guys? Like seriously, why bring your bra over that? It's not feminism. It's I don't mean that as like a feminist joke. I mean it's not. You're not fighting for a big cause. Like it's not going to affect how we should treat people. It's just a movie.
Mm-hmm.
So
And like okay, for example, like the Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, the 3 hour lost version, which is probably rotted away. Would I like to see it? Sure, but I'm not burning my Blu-rays of Planes and Trains in hopes that Paramount would put that out, stop hiding it, or release it now. I'm going to burn all of my Blu-rays.
these guys are stupid too because I keep on hearing this thing. It's going around. I don't know if you've heard about this yet. And I don't want to promote this because I am totally against this. It goes against every fiber of my being. But they're talking about doing away with all that shit. They're talking about doing away with DVDs, CDs, like gone. Everything's streaming
Well,
as a way to control piracy. So all you assholes who just burnt your fucking just Dawn of Justice fucking Wonder Bra out there, you just probably threw away like $3,000 to put your kid through college or something.
but that's okay. They have Disney Plus, so
Yeah.
no. But there's nothing wrong with Disney Plus. I mean, I do have problems with it, but it's the mere fact of okay, I'm going to burn my DVDs and Blu-rays in hopes that and demand, I demand you to give us that 4 hour uncut director's vision, and I'm like, why are we going this far?
They were going to give it to him anyway. They were probably working out the details. And every studio never wants to talk about anything until it's like fucking practically done,
Mm-hmm.
right? They don't want anything leaking. So I'm positive, even if they didn't even ask for it, they would have got it in some capacity.